Let's say that you are an amazing artist in whatever you do. Maybe you're a filmmaker like me, maybe you're a landscaper, maybe you're a hairstylist, whatever. What if I told you that the more talented you are, the more difficult it's going to be for you to run a successful business? Would you believe me? And look, I don't mean to discourage anybody from starting a business. I think it's an absolutely valuable journey. And my thoughts on business have evolved over my life. You know, I never expected to be the business guy. I was the filmmaker. In fact, at one point, I was the anti-capitalist. I shunned money. And it's been a journey which I will go over elsewhere. Today, I want to talk about something specific. And that is that running a business involves essentially leading a team. You know, making the decisions on how you're going to allocate limited resources, marketing your product appropriately or your service, building the systems and that deliver whatever it is that you're offering in the most efficient and effective ways, and then maintaining those systems. You got to hire people. So these are a whole bunch of things that have nothing to do with the activity itself. However you actually perform the art, you know, whatever it is that you do. So if you're a business owner, you actually want to be on the tools as little as possible. And see, that's the dilemma, because you may be brilliant at whatever it is that you do. But what you need to do if you're stepping into that role of CEO of your business is to train others to do what you do, even if they don't do it at 100% of your quality. As long as you pick the right people and you guide them into your overall philosophy, approach, and you do have standards, etc., you'll get close enough to what you yourself would have done. But you'll be offering it at a rate that other people can more easily afford, which makes the business actually function as a business. And in some cases, you're going to find people that do that thing better than you do, or at least will become better at it than you are, because you've now dedicated them to that task. And that's what happened to me in a way. And that's the whole point of this, is I'm simply sharing my struggle as a filmmaker turned business person. You know, I've struggled with everything I'm talking about here. I didn't hire anybody else for like 10 years of doing the filmmaking that I was offering. I did all of the editing every time, which I actually took pride in because, hey, I'm the artist, right? I'm doing the filming and I'm doing the editing, and that's what makes it so special. But now I see that I can actually impact more lives by building a team, by having my editors handle the editing, and someday even having shooters handle the shooting, you know, so that what I can do can be done on a larger scale. And in turn, I will become more free financially and time-wise and stuff. So I will be able to do other things in my life that I want to do. But possibly even more important than that is that I'm able to serve more people. And ultimately, that's what the business should be about, right? Because it's not about necessarily creating the absolute best world-class wedding films and be remembered as the best wedding film artist of all time. But actually, isn't it more meaningful to deliver solid, really quality films that faithfully capture the essence of a wedding for people? And then offering that service in a coordinated fashion with lots of shooters and editors at a reasonable rate that more and more people can actually afford, instead of skipping over video when they get, you know, a wedding, when they have their wedding in their life. As I'm bringing on team members and delegating things, I'm realizing how much of the bottleneck is me. Because I'm good with ideas. I'm good with the vision. I'm also good at filming and editing. But when I try to do everything, I become overwhelmed and the gears stop turning so well, and I am the bottleneck. But not anymore. No more lone wolf, I can do everything approach for me. It's time for leadership. And that's really what we're doing as small business owners, as an entrepreneur. Be the leader, not necessarily the person on the tools. So it's almost, are you still an artist? Well, in a way. But you're now amplifying your art through a team. And that's what I'm doing.